Hi, Bill here with 30 Minute Wood Shop. Thanks for joining. Today, I want to show you how to make an Advent chest. All right. Now, what the heck is that, right? We've all seen it's Christmas time, right? Christmas is coming really soon, or at least December's coming up pretty soon. An Advent, if you've seen these in the store, you know, you buy the little thing, it's got chocolates or something in it, and you open one every day and you get some little prize, right? So what my wife did is she found these little 3x3 cardboard boxes that she wants to have a chest made so that she can put them in there for our granddaughter and my daughter. That way, those two can open them up during the 24 days before Christmas and have a little gift, okay? So this is pretty straightforward. All it's going to be is a box, a shell, and then it's going to have a series of dividers in it, all right? Now, like always, dimension sketches are available. Go down here to 30minutewoodshop.com. I will say this, if you're going to use the dimension sketch, make sure you make it your own. These are 3-inch by 3-inch boxes. So if you have different boxes or different needs, make sure you use those, okay? Adjust it to fit your needs. Now, if you hit more, all right, you'll be able to find below, you'll find tools and things that I use, that kind of stuff. Go ahead and explore those. If I were you, I'd definitely explore it's coming up on Christmas. There's some good stuff down there you could ask for Christmas, like a set of IsoTunes headsets. All right, they're great. Take a look at them. Absolutely, that's one of probably the greatest thing you're going to get for Christmas. So you can listen to music, take phone calls, and still be able to hear around the shop and protect your ears from all the equipment. All right, all that said, that's great. Let's talk about materials. Now, materials are really straightforward in this project. What I did here, this is why 30-minute projects work, because I'm buying surface material. What I have here is I have 3 pieces of 1/4 inch. This is 1/4 inch poplar, and it's 3.5 inches wide by 48 inches long. All right, and then I have these 3 pieces of 1/2 inch poplar. Same thing, 3.5 wide, 40 inches long. Now, I don't have to worry about trying to mill something out of whatever kind of wood that I have laying around. That's one of the great things about using pre-milled lumber like this. It's a little more expensive, but hey, when you think about the amount of time that you put in and the amount of cost of the tools and tooling, it's actually not a bad deal, all right? Plus, you also don't have to worry about it. Cuts your time dramatically. Now, with all that said, the first step in this project is I got to mill these down to 3-inch because they're 3.5. So I got to go trim off some width in these things. So let's go over to the table saw, make some noise. Well, I'm back from making the jig. Now, if you saw my most recent video tied to this, it's making this deep lap jig, okay? I need this jig in order to make the cuts into these pieces so that they all cross and nest properly. Only took a little while to make, though the video's long as heck, but easy to do. I have to have it for this particular project. Now that we're done with this, we're ready to go do some cutting. So let's refer to the drawing. And this is why I like doing sketches, because it's easier than me trying to figure it out on the fly for a project like this. This is a little bit more complex, but it's still, after you make the jig, this is still like a 30-40 minute project. So let's go over to the saw and make some cuts. As always, make sure you wear hearing protection, eye protection. Make sure you read and follow all the safety directions for any power tool you're using. This is a regular arm saw. Some people, disparage these, but these actually probably far safer than using a table saw. And I would even say they're probably just as safe as using a compound miter saw. Okay, all you got to do is not put your finger under the blade. That's all I'm saying. So don't be foolish. Take care of yourself. so that when you're 80 or 85, you can still see, you can hear, and you have all your fingers. Now come on in here, let's do some layout. All right, follow the sketch. Layout's pretty straightforward. I need two pieces that are gonna be 19¼ inch. I'll cut this, mark the next one, and we're off and running. I have my dado set up for a 1/4 inch wide and 1.5 inch deep throat. All right, for these pieces here. Have my jig all set up, and glad I did this because this is going to make it super easy. I have 6 pieces in here instead of 5. I'm making 1 extra piece because the extra piece is a just in case I mess something up, okay? Now, that said, I've done a lot of setup work to get here, and you can see that piece is nice and solid, all right? I've got everything dialed in, and here's the killer. Machine it square, perfect. All right, now, with all that said, let's make some noise. All the parts are cut. Everything's ready to rock. All we're going to do now is we're going to do some sanding. I want to get all these things sanded down. These are my outside of my case, and these are my cross members. Okay, so we'll get all these things sanded down. I have one more piece to cut though. I need to pull out and cut a back piece. Now I'm not going to do that until this is all assembled, so that way I have a perfect fit for the back. Okay, well, let's start sanding. All right, with that done, let's do some quick assembly work here. Should go together fairly easily. There we go. The project coming together really well. So here's a quick dry fit. You can kind of see how that works. There we go. All right, so everything's coming together pretty well. The next thing I want to do now is I want to do some painting because I want the inside to be red and the outside to be green. Now I'm going to do that while these things are still in pieces. So I'll paint the insides here and all this, and then I'll go ahead and flip these over and paint these green on the outside and on the edges. Now what that means, I got to come back and make a back for this, do the same kind of thing. I'm going to paint one side red and the other side green. So I'm going to throw some tape on these side pieces just to keep the areas clear of paint. So when I glue it together, my glue will stick. And let's go paint. We're ready to put things together here in the box. All right. Now, you see where I've taped off the edges. All right. So my glue spots, both of these. All I'm going to do is put glue on there, fold them up, clamp them, and then I'm going to drive some nails into them. Now, one of the most important things here is to make sure that this is square. Because if it's not square, those things are not going in here. Okay? Let's start gluing. Now let's go see if those things fit. Wow, I can't tell you how happy I am with the way this project turned out. And what an easy project to do. I tell you, this was the easiest project ever. It was so simple. And what made this so simple was the jig that I made. All right, I made this jig. Matter of fact, I put a video out making this jig. You can check it out up here. Okay, absolutely made this thing because of the precision and repeatability this jig provided. Everything went together perfectly. And once I built the case, I set the centerpiece in. It fit perfectly. Okay, didn't have any issues with that. I'm impressed that I could do that. I figured for sure I'd be adjusting something. Didn't have to. So easy project. I think my granddaughter's going to love this thing. The fact that she can push them out from the back, not have to worry about getting her little fingers in there, I think is a great thing. This will last for a long time. The case will anyway. The boxes are cardboard, so probably 2-3 years, 3 seasons, 4 seasons maybe when she's 4. At that point, however, I'm going to bring this thing back and I'll make little drawers for all these things. And it's just for little things you put in there. So she'll have something exciting every morning when she gets up. But easy project, doesn't take a lot of wood, doesn't take a lot of effort. The long pole in the tent here really was waiting for the paint to dry because, you put a couple of coats on and it takes 20-30 minutes for each coat to dry. I think if I did it again, what I would do is I'd actually probably hit the whole thing with a shellac or sanding sealer, and then I would paint it because it absorbed a lot of the paint, which is why I had to put so many coats on. But overall, easy project, super simple, pretty fast. This is definitely a 30-minute project other than waiting for paint to dry. And hey, check out the links at the bottom. Like always, if you want a drawing, right, dimension sketch for this project, go down here to 30minutewoodshop.com. You can find the link, find that stuff there. Go on and hit more. You can see the tools and stuff that I use. You might find those interesting. I'll see if I can get a link to these little boxes if you're interested in them. I don't know. I'll have to find out where they came from. My wife might have got them from the dollar store, for all I know. I don't know. So, and all they are is little 3-inch by 3-inch boxes with a label on. So, and she put a little something inside of them. Happy to have this done. My daughter's coming over with my granddaughter here pretty soon. I'm going to be able to give this to her, so on December 1st, she can get started with the whole Advent chest and Advent calendar thing. And hey, they'll have some fun. So I hope you got something out of this. Do me a favor, hit like and subscribe. And until next time, folks, good making.